Alright, so here we are at Daytona. We're gonna do a full run here with the truck. So coming off pit road, if we're qualifying, it's really important to get up through the gears really quick, as fast as we possibly can. We don't want auto clutch on, we just want to barely let off the throttle. Shift into fourth and then get right back into it. Takes a little practice, so just take some time getting used to it. If you use auto clutch, just get used to not using it because it's way faster to not use it. Right, so this is a 20-lap race. You might be saying to yourself, why are you doing laps by yourself? It's not gonna really pay off, to practice by yourself. Well, you can't think of it like that, but I think it's really important just to practice being smooth and knowing exactly what line you want to run if you do run by yourself. And even so, it's great to get familiar with the track. And I don't think the handling changes too much over the course of a run, but it is important to just make sure. You can also find out things like how much fuel you're using per lap, and whether or not fuel makes a difference in how fast your car goes. Sometimes it's faster to keep fuel in the car at the restrictor plate races. So in the pack here, it's really exciting. The trucks really draft well, and you can suck up to the car in front of you very quickly. And you really have to manage your oil and water temperatures just to make sure that you don't overheat and blow the engine. So that's a really important feature of racing here at Daytona with the trucks. And sometimes when you're in a pack in Daytona, you might be thinking, man, I just don't know where to go to try to make progress through the pack. And sometimes it's best to just, take a step back, take a breath, and give plenty of room to the people in front of you, and just see what happens for a little bit. I know these races are only 20 laps, so it's hard to think like that. But if you don't have anywhere to go and both lanes are completely filled, then it might just be best to lay back a little bit and just take it a little easy until you do find an opportunity where you can advance through the pack. And at restrictor plate races, you really want to just make sure you give yourself a way out of a situation. If something goes wrong, you don't want to be in a position where you have nowhere to go. And understandably, that happens a lot of times, especially near the end of the race, where everybody is just trying to advance as much as they can. At the beginning of races, there's you can give room for error and just make sure that you're there at the end of the race. That's the most important thing. Okay, so we're still getting a little bit faster each lap. So that kind of tells me that tire wear really plays no factor as of right now. And actually the tire heat that I'm building might be the cause of why I'm going faster. Another thing that's changing as I start to run more laps is my fuel level, which is obviously getting less and less, and that's less and less weight. So that's also something that could be affecting my lap times. Okay, this is lap 20. The lap times are starting to level off a little bit more. The last couple laps I haven't gone faster. So I'm starting to level off at 49.87s, around there. We'll see what this lap is. Nice and smooth with the wheel. We're really not looking for any abrupt movements. We want to stay right next to that yellow line. Swing out here off 4, right to the middle of the track. And get right down to the yellow, coming to the line. And that last lap we did pick up a little bit. did 49.871. Alright, so that concludes this data pack for Daytona.